like certain parts of the Mazur's decision, it clearly applies in this case, and the committee is required to engage with the White House in order to seek an accommodation over materials held by a private party, as they were in the Mazur's case, and seek to resolve this with the White House. So I would ask unanimous consent that we enter into the record your correspondence to the White House.
Without objection.
Seeking to engage them to resolve this. And I thank the chairman for not objecting. Can you produce that correspondence to the White House asking for accommodation on these materials you've sought by this subpoena?
First time they reached out to us was 2 days ago.
So, things got very heated on Capitol Hill this week. We're talking about a full-on face-off between Rep. Adam Schiff and Rep. Jim Jordan during a House Judiciary Committee session. At the heart of the drama, a subpoena, a private individual, and questions about executive privilege. What started as a procedural debate quickly turned into a fiery exchange that's now making headlines. Oh, and quick pause right here. If you're finding this breakdown helpful and want more political analysis without the noise, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It really helps support the channel and keeps these deep dives coming your way.
Of course, the author expressed the concern that these materials may implicate interests of the executive. I think that was weeks ago. But having admitted without dissent your correspondence to the White House, can you produce that for us, where you have sought an accommodation, where you've sought to work this out with the White House? Can you share that with us, since that is now part of the record?
Well, I thought you had it. You wanted to enter into the record.
I do. I presume that, knowing your responsibilities, you have sought to engage the White House. So,
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Produce the chairman. Does this mean that there is no correspondence from you to the White House seeking accommodation on this material?
We've had all kinds of correspondence with the White House on this broad subject relative to the Zwanitzer and the letter we got 2 days ago. We've not corresponded with the White House yet.
And
we will. We may. That's a decision we'll make.
And you have not corresponded with the White House seeking accommodation ever since the author who you are subpoenaing and seeking to hold in contempt. Did you ever write any correspondence, make any call to the White House seeking to engage, seeking to get these materials that you're seeking from the author instead from the White House? Did you ever do that, Mr. Chairman?
We're seeking documents from a private individual who, I might add, tried to destroy the evidence.
I guess the question is, I guess the answer is no.
Since 2 days
ago. The answer is no.
The answer is, since 2 days ago, I have not.
I'm not asking the question about since 2 days ago, although nothing.
That's when they first raised the concern.
Nothing prevented you from writing a letter within the last 2 days or reaching out to the White House before this.
Now you want me to be clairvoyant and read the White House's mind and write a letter before they tell us something?
Nothing prevented you from seeking these materials from the White House.
California is known
for months, Mr. Chairman. For months.
I'm not a mind reader.
And I thank you for making a very clean record for any court that will look at this.
The gentleman from North Carolina said
accommodation
months ago the White House could have raised the concern, and they didn't.
This clash wasn't just about one subpoena. It exposed some pretty deep procedural and political divides. Schiff's trying to uphold a more methodical, legalistic approach. Jordan, he's all about action and speed, maybe at the cost of process. But the tension here could have ripple effects. It raises big questions about how executive privilege is handled, what congressional oversight should look like, and whether political motives are overtaking due process. And in this case, even a single misstep, like failing to send a letter, might blow up into something much bigger. So who's got it right here? Schiff, with his insistence on proper procedure and engagement, or Jordan, who says they couldn't act until the White House made a move? One thing's for sure, this isn't the last we'll hear about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all and I'm curious where you stand on this showdown. And don't forget to like, Barn Stasher Mees, Bistan Stasher Me, Knock subscribe and bam. Next dan sti, Naksher Lee, Masher Me and Statern. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.